name is Indy, and today I'm here to share with you my top 12 favorite covers that I own. I tried so hard to knock this down to 10 because I just wanted 10, but I couldn't. I was like, no, I really have to include all of these because I wanted to just include some other ones that you may not have seen before that I have that I just think are stunning covers, and I couldn't cut it down. I'm so sorry. So here we are with 12. Let's not dawdle. Let's get into it. I'm not going to explain too much about synopsises because it's gonna go forever that way, but I will give you a brief overview of what they are about. So let's get started. These are in no particular order. I'm just gonna go down the list of what I've written here. And the first one I have to share with you is stunning. Not the reason I bought it, but also the reason I bought it, and that is the 20th anniversary edition of Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Appreciate that cover. Now I was already getting into the series, but I had seen this cover around a lot and I was like, I gotta buy this one because so pillowy. Like, I've never had a cover that's like this. Stunning, like sigilly thing on the front. The color is such a gorgeous red color. The original is blue. I will show you here. But this is such a stunning cover. I'm in love with it. Like, I would have been happy with the blue one had the blue one been the only one, but I took a leap of faith with this and I didn't know too much about the series, but I went and bought the really expensive fancy hardcover of this one, and thank God I absolutely love this series with all my heart, so it was 100% worth it. The next book I have to show you today is quite a recent purchase in the last couple months, and that is The Forgetting by Sharon Cameron. Beautiful, beautiful. It's got that nice little bit of a sheen to it, if you can see that, and it just has such a stunning like tree on the front, and it's such a nice purple color because purple's quite uncommon. Trees on books are always feel really happy about them because I don't know, it's nature, and they always have such a meaning, trees. Like, that's why they're always on jewelry. So I just think this is quite a stunning cover. Probably bought it about 50 for the story and for the cover. The next book I have here, I have also not read, and this is going to come with a lot, I'm very sure of it, and that is Conspiracy of Blood and Smoke by Anne Blankman. Now this is the second book in the Prisoner of Night and Fog duology by Anne. This one I have the shiny cover of, the other one is a matte cover, but I don't know what it is about this cover. It's not the most gorgeous cover you've ever seen in the world, but I think there's something stunning about it. It's just the close-up on the face, the sort of fear in the eyes, just such a nice simple cover, but still stunning in its own way. The 40s makeup, because we're following Gretchen. I'm not sure, I can't speak for this one, but the first one, we're following a girl named Gretchen, the niece of Hitler, and she has fallen in love with a Jewish reporter. So just all the bad things, but it sounds like such a great series, and it's very dark, which is very much what the book is going to be like, I'm sure. And I really need to read this series. I really do. The next cover I have here is unsurprising. A lot of people have this and know the cover is amazing, and that is The Wrath of the Dawn by Renee. Ahdieh. I do not have the second one, the blue one, which is pretty much the same sort of thing. I think that everyone knew this cover was going to be clever. I'm not sure in other ones if it's like a see-through or not. It's just such a lovely cover, and like the inside is stunning. I think it's cool that you can sort of see a girl through all of those stars, which I think is supposed to represent the sort of prison that these girls are in a way, because this is a retelling sort of 1001 Night, where there is a bunch of girls, and every night the prince of the country / world takes a new wife every night, and then in the morning they're dead. So we follow one of the girls in the story who volunteers to be the next bride. So I think it's going to be super intense. I will have to read this and then certainly get my hands on the second book because it's just such a stunning cover as well. And deckled edges. Deckled edges. This is my like one and only book with deckled edges. The next book I have here, I pretty much 100% bought because the cover is stunning, and that one is Plus One by Elizabeth Fama. Now I read this one like a year and a half ago. The cover is goddamn stunning. Like, there is no denying that this cover is not beautiful in every way. It's so nice, but I really didn't enjoy the story very much. It wasn't such a great story. It didn't have a lot of depth. It was sort of we're just following these characters. I didn't fall in love with the characters. I didn't have any emotion for them. I think it was a very cool concept that America had been split into people that worked during the day and people that worked during the night, and we're following sort of a heist of this girl to go and save her newborn niece, who is on the other side. She's a night dweller, and the baby is a Ray, which is a daytime person. So I think that the heist sort of situation and it was alright, but I just didn't really enjoy the story. But the cover is still gorgeous, and I will forever love this cover. The next book I have here, I'm going to show you books 1 and 2 because I think they're both stunning, but I'll specifically talk about one, and that is Clockwork Scarab by Colleen Gleeson and The Spirit Glass Charade. I think these are such stunning, cute books. They're a really nice, sturdy, small hardcover. I think that the picture on the front is just such a nice quality. Bought this one mostly for the story rather than the cover, but the cover was an absolute bonus in this situation. And in this series, we're following Bram Stoker and Sherlock Holmes's descendants, and they are sort of getting into a lot of mischief themselves, being sort of, I guess, detectives in a way, and finding out the mysteries of 18th century London. I definitely want to get into this series at some point. It's so beautiful. Alright, this next series, again, I'm just going to quickly show you the first book, even though all 3 of these covers are stunning. And that is 1,000 Pieces of You by Claudia Gray and 10,000 Skies Above You. Don't have the 3rd book yet, but I'll put a picture here. I think that everyone knows these are just beautiful covers. They're just the colouring on them and just the simple word in bold white across the front, and showing different worlds in the pictures I think is just such a clever idea because this is a time travel book. The colours are everything. I think that's what really makes these books. This one is going through time with a special invention. Marguerite and her dad has made this Firebird and someone killed him. She's following with these 2 boys who were assistants of her dad, using the Firebird that he made to travel through time. I haven't continued on with the series yet. I've only read the first one, but I'm not sure if I'm going to yet. The next book I have here, I have talked about it quite a bit, and I'm just going to briefly mention it because I feel like I talk about it all the time, and that is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. Simple, beautiful cover, just showing you basically what the story is about. You can see that this building is blowing up and there is a ray right into the sky. I absolutely love this book so much. Yellow, and it says not everyone has to be the chosen one. I love this book so much. Following people that live in the town, they just want to live their lives while the chosen ones are blowing up stuff all around town. So I think it's such a cool concept not to follow the chosen one in this story, and I absolutely loved this book as well as I loved the cover. Now this next book I haven't read, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, 1, because it's one of my favorite authors, and 2, I was like, look at that cover though. And that is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is one of her newest books, and this is an adult work of hers, which she has a couple YA and adult. What? It's so beautiful. The color pink is amazing. I was just wearing a lipstick the same color as this just before. You can tell it's gonna be emotional because look at that. I think it's a bunch of flowers, but they're shattered into little pieces like you would glass. I feel like that already has me hooked, like the meaning of what that could be. I just love the sort of wood texture that we've got behind the words, and I just think it's so striking. And if you saw it on a bookshelf, which I did, my eyes went to it and I was like, look at that. So I think this is a beautiful, stunning cover for Colleen. I think she has a lot of amazing covers. Cannot wait to read this one. Alrighty, read the next book. I have complicated feelings about this series. I'm not sure if I'm ever actually going to read it for the fact that I cannot get the 2nd book in this same edition, and that is Across the Universe by Beth Revis. Originally, I bought this pretty much for the cover, and the story sort of hooked me a little bit, but the colors. And then for ages I thought this was just like a little squiggle, and then I realized that it was faces, and I was like, I'm so dumb. I did not realize this was faces for so long. I thought this was just like a nice squiggle in space. So nice. So shiny, so glossy, so sparkly, so colorful. What else could you want in life? I literally just read the concept for this, and this is This is what Passenger, that movie with Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt, is about. Like, honestly, they stole it from this book. Alright, the next one I have to show you is a very simple cover, but I really, really enjoy the aesthetic of this series covers, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I have the second book in my possession, I do not have the third one, but I really love the series aesthetic, as I said, of the white, the red, and the black. I think that it is so simple, but so striking. Really also like this cover because it sort of a little bit explains about what the book is about. We're following Kel, and he has this ability to travel between these alternate Londons. There's Red London, White London, Grey London, and Black London, which sort of no longer exists because bad things happen. He provides political information between the different realms of London, and he is also on the side smuggler, but I think this is a great description. He's moving from Black London to Red London. You can see the streets and the river, and I think that it's such a beautiful cover. I really have enjoyed the first book. I'm not sure how continuing on one is going to go for me, but still a beautiful cover and just so simple, and just and the writing like in different colors, like what? And the last book I have to show you is one that I literally was like, I need the hardcover, like the paperback does not do it justice. And that is The Ghost of Heaven by Marcus Sedgwick, the rainbow almost. Like I absolutely love anything that is rainbowy, so this spoke so much to me, and I thought that it was so nice that we're just sort of at the beach, a staircase going up towards heaven, just sort of plunked in the middle there, and same, and on the back it's through the clouds. I just think the coloration is stunning on this book. Like it's so pretty. And then we have sort of a little bit of some like gadgety looking doobies up the top there. So in this one we are following 4 different girls throughout history, starting back in the Stone Age up until recent, and just their lives throughout history and the contributions, and just, I don't know, it sounds so cool. It's just one of those sort of, I don't know, it's gonna be like a really sort of uplifting and interesting sort of little story to get about these different people. I'm very excited to read this one as well, and I don't know why I haven't read it yet. Like, why? Why? There you guys go. That was a look at some of my favorite book covers on my shelf. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but there was a look at some of mine. If you have some favorites, please leave a list down below with some of your favorite ones. If I didn't discuss any of them today, I would absolutely love to hear, and probably spend some more money on some more beautiful covers. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hello, my name is Ahdieh, and today I'm here to tell, to walk you through my favorite, my top, fuck, the next cover I have, starting back in like man cave? What am I looking for? What's the word? Oh dear Lord, this is not gonna go well. Hell, no! Oh no! Oh no! Won't be doing that again.